Hello, Chef Marcus Guiliano here, and welcome to In the Weeds. In the Weeds, the restaurant business podcast. Join me for stories and business tips that can help you and your restaurant journey. So, this is episode number 27 in the Weeds. Let's talk about marketing. Marketing. I'm going to keep this short today on marketing. First off, I remember the days where years ago, before Facebook, before social media, before really even click ads, some of the old timers, and some old timers still nowadays. So some restaurants love to say this. They love to say this. I don't market. I don't market. I don't market. I don't market. I don't do marketing. I don't market. I don't have to market. Let me tell you something. They are so wrong. Oh, so wrong. I think they don't have to market. They are already marketing. What they're doing is marketing without realizing they're marketing. When I first opened in 2003, opened underfunded, like most restaurateurs. We just don't have enough money. And if we have enough money, we run out of money pretty quickly. We realize that and we're like, oh, wow, like you just keep burning through money. Not many restaurants that I know have turned profit from day one and gone forward. So a lot of us are in this situation. A lot of us are in the weeds financially when it comes to doing things. So we think in the beginning, well, we don't need to market. We don't have money to market. We can't put money into ads and this and that. And so when I first opened in 2003, 2004, I didn't have enough money for a proper front door. And my front door was literally a home screen door, a home screen, like from your house, like one of those thin metal doors. That wasn't my only front door, right? I had another front door, but that was the first door that you saw before you got to the other door. And then until you got to my glass door, right? So that was on the outside. And then you open that up and you go, you go 2.5 feet, 3 feet to a little gap there that's enclosed, and you open up my glass door. And I remember in the very beginning, somebody told me, Marcus, I know what your food is about. I like your food. But do you know how long it took me to actually walk in your front door based upon that cheap door you have? And I was like, oh, man, I know it, but this person's calling me out. And I knew that. I totally knew that. I'm like, now this person's calling me out on it. I'm like, yeah, you're right. We'll get a front door. And that was the day I realized that every single thing you do in your restaurant is marketing. It's marketing, flat and simple. That front door is marketing. And it told people a message. It sent people a message. That message it was sending was, what is this place? Who is it? Like, what's this front door doing here? Like how good can his food be if his front door is that bad? So people that say they're not marketing, they don't have to market, you're marketing. You just don't realize that you're marketing. One of my biggest forms of marketing right now is going to other restaurants, sitting at the bar and chatting. Every single time I do it, I either connect with current customers of mine, or I find new customers. I'm not going in there to poach customers and say, come to my place. But you start talking, and conversation happens, right? But typically, if I'm going to a place where they know me, which a lot of places know me, the bartender will introduce me to other people at the bar. This is Marcus from Aromatime Bistro. He has a great restaurant in Ellenville. And then that starts the conversations. They are automatically introduced me. I don't have to sit there and do this. But when I sit at the bar, I get to see people walk in and out of the door, in and out of the door, in and out of the door. So even though you think I'm on a date with my wife, having a drink and a cocktail and a bite, we're marketing. We're out there marketing. Of course, we go dressed for the occasion. All right. We're not, the clothes we wear, all this says marketing, folks, marketing. And when people see me at other restaurants that know me, as far as our guests, they're like, oh, you get out. I'm like, of course we get out. This now we love, I like it here. Oh yeah. You know what? I haven't seen you in a while. We're going to come see you. Every single time we get business from going to another place and strategically placing ourselves at the bar, and it can even be on a Friday We're like, let's escape. Let's escape. Let's go 15 minutes down the road, grab a glass of wine. It's 5:30 before we start getting busy, and we'll be back by 6:30. Marketing, marketing, marketing. Now people walk in your door. Is it clean? Are the bathrooms clean? Your women's bathrooms are probably your number one marketing tool out there. Your women's bathrooms, number one marketing tool. I'm not telling you anything you don't know about women's bathrooms, right? So every single thing you do in your restaurant is marketing, marketing, marketing. Do your staff have proper uniforms? Is your staff properly trained? Are the lights cleaned? Is the restaurant clean? The quality of your food, your plates, your silverware. I had a gentleman that said to me in the very beginning, this is again when we didn't have much money, when we had no money. Marcus, we bought the cheapest silverware. Like you could sit there, it was so thin. You could sit there, and if you pushed on their fork too much to pick up food on your plate, it would bend. It'd have a little bend to it, right? A little bend to it. They were inexpensive, cheap silverware. Good silverware can cost, $3 a fork, $6 a fork, $7 a fork, as opposed to $6 a dozen for the cheap stuff. So you get by. You think you're getting by with certain things. So, gentleman said to me, he goes, Marcus, I usually don't eat at places that have this cheapest silverware, but your food doesn't match your silverware. He goes, I came in the first time with friends, loved it. And I'm overlooking the silverware right now because it's not honestly matching your food. But that then again put pressure on me. From that day forward, I went and bought good silverware. The day the guy told me something about my front door, I went and spent real money on a front door that I couldn't afford, by the way. Couldn't afford to spend $2,500 on a door, but I did. And I worked with the contractors to listen. Can I trade you out a little bit? Can I pay you? Can I pay you now? Can I pay you a little more? I'm really in a bind. It's a restaurant industry. I'm in over my head right now financially. And he said, okay, I'll work with you. So he went and got a door at a closeout place, refinished it for me and made it look beautiful, beautiful, beautiful front door at that point. And now it's a conversation piece. Our silverware, never had that conversation with the guests again. Never had that conversation with the guests again. So just because you're not placing an ad, just because you're not going on Facebook and making an event, making a post, just because you're not on TikTok, just because you're not putting money into something or putting an effort into grabbing awareness, your everything you do every single day, to the shoes you wear, to the clothes you wear in your restaurant, to the way you interact with your guests, the way you interact with your staff. How many times have you heard people say, I'll never go to that restaurant again. They treat their staff like crap. They treat their staff like, so your employees, the way you treat your employees, that's marketing. They're going to leave you someday and they're going to say something good or something bad about you. That is marketing. People will trust an employee that they know, ex-employee that used to work for you, right? If somebody worked for you for 6 months or a year, they will trust that person. And obviously, employees don't work out for certain reasons. It's beyond our control, and we try to do things and just things don't work out. And if somebody steals from you, you fire them because they steal from you, then there's probably not going to be anything ever good said that employees ever not going to the person's not going to tell their friends, oh, I was stole there, so John fired me. No, they're not going to say that, right? So everything you do is marketing, plain period. Your relationships you form are marketing. The salespeople you buy from is marketing. The relationship definitely with your salespeople. Are you treating them like friends? Or are you treating them like like pieces of crap who you're gonna who you just think that they're gonna bend over backwards for you for every single thing. You don't want to serve some people like all of us restaurateurs know, hey, there's certain people that just don't belong in my restaurant. They're cranky on it. It's not worth it for me to serve them. I don't need their money. Well, what do you think when salespeople start saying that? When salespeople start saying, I don't need Chef John's money from his restaurant because he just abuses me. I don't need to do business with him. I don't want to do business with him. That's marketing. That is marketing right there. the way you treat people as well. So folks, everything you do is marketing. Just take a look at everything really hard and realize you're marketing without even knowing it. And if you can identify some gaps, some loopholes, then the better marketing you'll have. And of course, folks, I am a huge advocate of email marketing. Massive advocate of email marketing. Not enough restaurants are doing email marketing. You must do email marketing. Direct mail marketing, not many people are doing direct mail marketing at all. Direct mail marketing is essential. Paid ads, pixel ads. Pixel ads are huge. Those are retargeting ads on Facebook, massively huge. SEO work, your website. You know, when I Google a restaurant, when I look up a restaurant, they don't have a website that sends me right to Facebook. I'm like, marketing. What's wrong with a place that just can't have a web page, normal web page, normal website? Anybody can do them nowadays. Your staff can do them. You can do them. You can pay somebody inexpensively to do them. If you don't have a web page, to me, that says something. As another restaurant owner, that says something to me. You're not taking the time to do this. You're being cheap. You don't understand the value of it. I can't really see much. Maybe you don't have much to say, which is why you just keep it to, to a Yelp link or something, or to a TripAdvisor link, and their menus on Yelp. So for me, I'm looking at, I'm like, I have serious reservations about going to a place that doesn't have a website. I'm sorry, I do. Same thing, marketing as far as your reviews. You go to Yelp, you read bad reviews. Most restaurateurs can't stand Yelp. You go to TripAdvisor, you read bad reviews. That's all marketing. The way the owner responds to those reviews is marketing. That's the way you're marketing. So all people will look at all this. And I know the reviews, some people are very subjective and biased and unfair. And the average consumer can look through those bad one-star reviews where the person is just being a total Karen. Person can totally see through that, but they can also see through your response or your lack of response. Lack of response is marketing, folks. That is marketing. You don't respond to a one-star review. You don't respond to all of your one-star reviews. Marketing. Are you afraid of the customer? Are you afraid of confrontation? Will you be confrontational? Like, all this is marketing, folks. Marketing. But as far as what you think of marketing is email campaigns and print ads and things like that, make sure you have a combination of stuff. Make sure you have a call to action. Make sure you have a way to grab them, put them into your database. Make sure you can track it. Don't do any type of paid ads without being able to track the results. All right. So there's plenty of stuff that I have in my 50 Mistakes website, 50mistakes.com, and my book about tracking, marketing, building a database, things like that. And for all kinds of help, go to 50mistakes.com, 50mistakes.com. Get my book for free there. And tons of video resources there. If you want to join Restaurant Growth Secrets, you can absolutely do that. There's over 50 hours of tutorial videos in there. You get to work with me one-on-one. So I will be your coach. Go check that out. In the meantime, folks, keep marketing and get out of the weeds.